Uh, okay, I know what you're saying. When you clap that way, when you stand up and clap that way, for me, uh, it's like such a great reflection because I really know it's about us. I know you're kind of clapping for me, and I'm like this one part, of what we're doing. It is. It's such a celebration because, we're living our dream. This was, well, isn't this everything that we hoped it would be? Prayed it would be? So, yes, our dream is becoming a reality, and it's just because we're doing it together with all the right intentions in the world. And so that's what we're going to talk about. So please get comfortable. You know, thank you. He says I'm his hero. I could be a hero to a little bit because I have heroes. You know, who is it that you look up to? Who is it that inspires you? We all got to have people either in our lives directly that we know, whether it be a coach in sports or a teacher or our parents, a friend. But sometimes it's a book. But we're going to talk a little bit about that because, it is important. How are we inspiring one another? And we've created something very unique over the last 10 years together. We've created something very special. I don't know of anything else to compare it to. I don't know of another company like ours. Not only where we're at right now, but where we're going. This is beyond, travel, and this is beyond, direct sales. The way we're positioned right now is, like Eddie likes to say, we're not a unicorn, we're a dragon, So everybody's done an incredible job today. Eddie did a great job, all the leaders. It's just, I can tell you, we all hope, that we're going to deliver. We know what it takes for you to come out here and fly to Phoenix and get your hotels and go through the expense of all that, time and money. But I always like to ask, and just your answer. What is your answer? Have you gotten your money's worth? Have you gotten your time's worth? Is it worth your time being here? And I don't think we can thank Mark Aceta enough. I mean, give it up to Mark Aceta. Just always does such a phenomenal job of leading this leadership development factory. And it is a core of our strength. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my presentation now. Okay. So I love it when we have people moving up in rank and achieving success, and they come across the stage, and we know what it takes. We've been through it, because the only way through is through. And when they thank God, because I don't know. That's the only way I know. That's the only way I've ever seen, personally, the way it works. But I know that most of the conversations we have with ourselves. It's during those times when we're by ourselves, and we come to a weekend like this, we get inspired, we see that it's working for other people, we want it for ourselves, and most of the conversations you have, are within, and to whom. And so you actually achieve, and you get up here and you say, thank you, God, yes, it was worth it. But I always pretend, what if there was nobody else? What if there was no WorldVentures? You always just have to go back to your core, your source of strength, and it's you and God in the middle, and then you got your friends, and you got your family, and hopefully from there, you're able to spread and build a team and create some reps, and with your reps, go gather more members, more customers, and then build this outer community. And as I see us getting, more and more traction, getting better at what we do together, yes, I think that we're going to start appealing to a much bigger audience. And I don't want us to lose our soul. I don't want us to lose our identity. I love it that this is all word of mouth. This is all friend telling friend, family telling family. You're meeting, people out and about that you're connecting with, and saying, hey, I'd like to either travel with you, or be in business with you, and you invite them into our world, WorldVentures. And so how is it that we're going to grow, so big and so rapidly and not lose ourselves? Do you understand how important that is? People always ask me, where do you want to be 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now? And when I'm a part of a weekend like this, and I witness what I witness, it's like, I just want to be doing more of that. I'll be happy if we're just doing more of that. But let's relive a moment here. I get all choked up. And I'm standing there and I'm witnessing that. And it's happening on our logo. I drew this logo on a napkin, years and years ago. And so here they are, not only proposing, and I could just feel it. Darren laid out what it takes to get there. And then the moment he gets there, and the moment he's getting recognized for it, he's taking that moment and transitioning in all into this moment. And we're a part of it. I'm really glad that you shared that with us. So to me, these are special, special moments, and I'm sitting there thinking, being a part of that with you is like worth renting this whole thing out. That was really, really great. So, Bethany, I'm so happy for you. And Marty, Shake and Bake. Marty and I, we're just like such good friends, and we always joke with one another because I was running like super late, to catch a flight, out of Nashville. We were on Chris and Rita Mayberry's, yacht. And we were having so much fun. So I'm really late to catch this plane. And Marty, man, I got to drive it on the shoulder and pass it. And so now we always call each other Shake and Bake, because, but watch them get married and now have their new baby girl Bentley, and again, us be a part of that. And Bethany did such a great job here this weekend, training and so you had the right mix between red and yellow. You said you found some yellow. I just turned around. I just said, man, she's doing such a great job of being direct with people, and what it takes, but then also, being very self-effacing, going, hey, I'm guilty too, hey, I was there and all this, and she just did a great job of all that, and so that was great. I remember when Lorenzo and Taylor got married in Jamaica, and there were many of us that were a part of their whole wedding. Was like WorldVentures people, and so I just love that. And we were all there, and it's just so beautiful and so fun. Oh, now they got a baby on the way. So they're all like growing they're all breeding their downline now. So it's one way to hit double IMD. But our family is growing, and I just get so excited because my little girl and these kids, they're growing up together. Rhonda and Matt, they're sending me pictures of, my little girl playing with their kids, and it just really is great. And I hope one day, we do big events like this, and we have our own, like, daycare thing. So if we can just get the lawyers out. Lawyers make everything harder. Because we'll have a bounce house, and they'll jump on each other and hurt each other, and so. But I think we can put some brain power behind that and make that happen. That you're able to bring your kids. Got to zoom in for effect there. So we've got this ecosystem that is all about, people that are aligning with fun, freedom, and fulfillment. Our product is fun. The opportunity creates freedom. And there's this real sense of fulfillment, from growing together and creating these memories together and being part of these memories together, and what we do for each other, the way that we help each other succeed. So it's all working. This was the whole idea. And so when I'm here and I'm a part of these special moments and memories being created and watching these families grow, I got to tell you, there's a real strong sense of responsibility that comes with that. That I care about your name, your family name, your reputation, anyway. But when you get married and you have kids and this is what you're doing full time, do you understand? That's a big responsibility for us, me, the corporate team. You all are doing your job. Y'all are out there doing a great job, being WorldVentures representatives. And let's give it up to all our leadership here and our trainers. I would put our team, I'd put our people, our trainers, up against any company out there of any kind, network marketing or otherwise. So y'all doing your job. So now what it does is we're growing at the office. We've already outgrown this office. That's a 100,000 square foot office, and we've got 30,000 square feet, 2 blocks down the road. And we're full there. So we're already starting to look at building our own building and what that might look like. But we do just keep growing. But of course, WorldVentures, it's not the building. Of course, WorldVentures is the people. It's us. And I want to talk to you just about, us as executives, working for you, serving you. All of us at the office, it's our job to be, servant leaders, to you. And that's the spirit. And as we grow, we have to maintain this culture where we're humble and we, pray for wisdom. In fact, when you pray for wisdom, that shows you are humble. And humility matters. I want us to just continue to succeed, continue to win awards. Here it is. Here's the award they gave us. Number 32 in the world. Number 20 in the U.S. This is a report card. And more than a report card of growth, I think it's a reflection of a report card on culture. Okay? Culture matters. Core values matter. And so the question is, how are we going to grow and maintain a healthy culture? You all are counting on us to be in the office and work as one big team in the office. Am I right? So that's the promise we're making to you. We have the vision. And it's how are we in the office going to continue to grow and expand and have the vision and the purpose and the mission, the main thing, and just, play our roles. I'm one guy. I'm playing my part. I'm doing the best. And just like you have to come here and learn on how you're going to become, IMD, I did that before. And now I've thrown myself into a whole new world of how can I learn, to be a good business executive for you? And how can I be teachable and align myself with the kind of people that I think can teach me, and the same thing with our leaders. I want to invest, in our leaders, Eddie and Dan, myself, and what trainings do we send ourselves to? And, but, all in all, we're doing a good job for you. And so we have to tell ourselves is, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell's, one of my favorite books on leadership, the law of the lid. You can only grow to the level of your leader's lid. And so how am I expanding and growing my lid so that we can all expand? Eddie, Dan, all of us, this is what we have to do. You got to be able to continue to learn and grow and expand your lid. So inside the office, here's what I'm thinking. As we continue to grow and as we get into expanding into other industries, that are going to be really good for your future, that really dovetail with what we're already doing, that take us from, last year, 350 million to this year at almost 700 million. Next year, we want to go over $1 billion, but we've already got mapped out 4 billion. We've already got mapped out 10 billion. But we can't get there if we fall apart along the way. And if you get there, you want to stay there and even go beyond that, right? So how do we do it? Well, again, it's all about the people. It's all about the culture. We've got to grow. We've got to bring on people that are attracted to us. There are a lot of very professional, very experienced people looking at our company, WorldVentures, that have been a part of big things, multi-billion-dollar things. I go to these travel industry trade shows, and multi-billion-dollar companies are looking at us and studying us and what we're doing. I go to these other direct sales events, and these multi-billion-dollar companies that have been around, way longer than us are studying us. And what are y'all doing? And so they're attracted, they're interested. And so, hopefully it continues to go that way. And as we grow, we're able to attract, talent to be a part of our foundation. But these are the three major things that come to mind that I'm looking for to build you a solid foundation, to build on. Character, competence, and caring. We've got to have people of character. And again, this is where your reputation is what, who people think you are and what people think of you, right? That's your reputation. Character is, kind of who God knows you are. It's about, it's about integrity. It's about congruency. And we've got to constantly bring on good people. But they can't just be good people and people of character. They've got to have the competency to do the job that we need them to do. And there's all kinds of new jobs because what we're expanding into, for your future. I promise you, yes, everything about WorldVentures right now is great. And I'm telling you, but what we're expanding into, it's big. And we're going to continue to have to bring on different people with different competencies. But all of us, we've got to have the caring to do what? Serve you. And so, as a corporate culture, that's what we want. And thank goodness, I can look around and I know that the leadership that we have right now, they really like you. And I think y'all really like them. And that in and of itself is pretty cool. You got this corporate office that really cares about you and likes you and vice versa. And you know what? We want the same thing for all those people. We want the people inside the corporate office to have a real sense of fun and freedom and fulfillment. And so there's all the ways we think of on how we're going to make our company grow and be better, for them too. And so they're there to serve you, but I consider it my job to serve them. So how can I be a better servant leader, to really everybody in the corporate office? And so, I want them to give me feedback and say, Wayne, here's where you're strong. Wayne, here's where you're weak. Wayne, here's what I think you can do, better for our corporate office. And so publicly, I tell them I love you too, and we come together and we say, okay, what's that going to be like? What's that going to look like? And I don't mind giving a shout out to a good book and who I'm learning from through the book, but who's proven to be a great leader. The CEO of Popeye's Chicken. her name's Cheryl Bockelder. She wrote a book called Dare to Serve. And we've got heart to serve, yeah? So she wrote Dare to Serve, and she's done just a phenomenal job. One day, I'd like to meet Cheryl because she's done an exemplary job. I mean, really taking Popeyes was doing bad, and she brought them up, made them do good. And so everybody say, hi, Cheryl. Come meet WorldVentures. We'll buy some Popeyes chicken. Yeah, that's what we got to start doing, reaching out to some of these people, you know? Let's give credit where credit's due. So another one. All right, everybody say, hi, Richard. Oh, no, Sir Richard. I want to say, hi, Sir Richard Branson. This was years ago. Johnny, we went to, this was when he first opened his gates in Dallas for Virgin America in Dallas. And it was a big deal, and we went and met him there for the first time. You know, I just got back from Necker Island. Played tennis with him 3 times. He beat me 3 times. But I want a rematch. Let's do, so Sir Richard. Let's do this for charity. Your foundation, if you beat me again, $100,000. Now, if you let me win, you got to give $100,000 to our foundation, okay? You know, I bet he takes me up on that offer. But I got to give it up to Sir Richard Branson because while I was there, you know, there 3 big things jumped out at me. Number one, you know, he's just, you know, he's active. He wakes up early in the morning, plays tennis, then he goes kiteboarding in the afternoon, which is pretty cool, and then plays tennis again in the evening, and then, you know, would hang out with us and stuff, and he's just curious. He's young at heart, he's curious, and so I found that inspirational. And then at the time we were there, you know, he was losing his airline. He didn't want to sell. He fought to keep, you know, his airline, but he got outvoted. And I know how hard he worked to get that airline open in America. And then he did. And they built a great brand. Everybody I've met and talked to really likes the Virgin America brand. And so we all got to give him kudos for being able to do that. Yeah. And we'll see what happens. See, I wonder, I want to see what happens when you take the founder out. Like, we'll see what happens to Apple. When you take the founder out, like Sir Richard Branson, I mean, maybe that airline will keep the name, maybe that airline will be able to keep the culture, but let's see. But that leads me into the third thing that was inspiring. Well, the first was that he's active. The second was how he was going through that process while we were there. He was open and transparent about it when I asked him. He said he was working on it, you know, fighting for it. But he was really even-keeled. He was nice. You know, he was professional. And I just really admired that about him. But the third thing that I really admired, talking to the people that work with him and on Necker and take care of everybody, they really like him. I like that his people like him. Yeah, that's cool. That's important. So yeah, well, so I don't, as much as I respect and admire Sir Richard Branson, as much as I'm inspired by him, we're not trying to copy him. Because anytime you try and copy anybody, you're just second best. Right off the bat, automatically. We're doing something different. I totally love and respect and appreciate what he's done, what he's built. And there are a lot of similarities. There's actually a lot of opportunities for partnership. And I wanted to go get that experience up close and personal to see if what I thought from the outside was actually true. And from everything I could tell, yes. And so I just came back with even more inspiration. But also while we were down there and with the particular group that I was with, I want to say hi to two people. I want to hire more veterans. You with that? And you got to hear some of these guys' stories, man. I'm telling you, powerful. But let's give a shout out. Say hi, Rob and Rob. One Rob invited me to his birthday this weekend in Butte, Montana, where he's hanging out. A guy came in to play his birthday party, Kid Rock. Also while we were on the line, somebody who really surprised us all, very thoughtful, that really liked us and what we're doing, interested in us, is Jewel, the musician, the artist Jewel. Say hi, Jewel. There were other people that own different, properties, in the Caribbean and whatnot, that want us to actually build our own resorts with them. Say hi, Peter. So it was a great experience. There's so many opportunities, and so I'm glad I went, and Dan and I were able to do that, and represent you. We were busy the whole time, and so I'm glad to come back and report to you. There's no talk about Richard Branson, buying us or us buying them. It was just going to have that experience. But I do see the alignment. I do see. We're going to do some trips to his properties and stuff. He's building a 4,000 passenger cruise ship. Okay, so do y'all want to be the first to rent this new ship when it comes out? Yeah? Okay, well, the guy that runs that for him is a guy named John Brown. Everybody say, hi, John Brown. Let's do the deal. So we're going to have fun. And so that's kind of the update there, and we'll see how our relationship develops. But what I'm going to ask you to do is let's just continue to pray for one another. And who's coming to mind for me that I miss so much, and who we're missing this weekend, Yvette Yaloa, our number one cheerleader, Yvette Yaloa. God bless you, praying for you, miss you. Dave Peach. Dave Peach lost his brother. He went to Japan, and otherwise he would be here. And we just love them both, and they're missing us. And what I got to ask you for, publicly is just, pray for us. Pray for me, please. Pray for the executives. Pray for your leader. But pray for us as a company as a whole. So, yeah, let's all pray for Dave Yaloa. Super Dave. So they're starting to, you know how you go to Fiji and they got all those bungalows over the water, the overwater bungalows? They're starting to do that more in the Caribbean, closer to America. Now, wouldn't that be cool if we built something like that down in like the Bahamas or... You know we can do this. This is what we're teeing up. So, you know, we've got the ID card coming out. We've got the Day Local Global and all the restaurants around the world coming out, you know, tying that, going into travel, food, entertainment. Wouldn't it be cool when we're renting out venues like this, and we have a stage like this, that we did have some of these musicians come out? Or we do more of these dream trips like Dave Watson and the team are doing, yeah? We're the perfect company for a lot of these musicians. I mean, this is a concert waiting to happen. So I don't know what all musicians we're talking to, but I want more of that to happen. Eddie would be perfect, you know, to spearhead that. And so I see that we should be doing that. We should have our own resorts. We should have musicians come and play our venues with you all. So it's coming together. I just want you to know that this is vision. And it is by design. We're succeeding. And it's by design. And we're on time. And if we just continue to grow as a company and protect our brand, like you all, again, we have to protect our brand. You know, got to appreciate our suppliers. We're going to start doing these events like we are, but bringing in suppliers. And we've had some suppliers here this weekend, travel suppliers, and they're blown away by you all. So we're going to start doing more of that. But just continue to keep the vision with us that we're the kind of company that people want to do business with. And in the future, I think we're the kind of company that, yes, a lot of other reps from other companies are going to want to join. We don't know. We don't know which way the economy is going to go. But all I do know is it's going to be harder to sell expensive product in those markets. And we're positioned. Internally, we call it Operation Teeter-Totter, where if the economy goes down, you know, we go up. And we're positioned really well for that. And when we graph it, last time that happened, our leadership team, we came together and we dipped for a little bit, but then we wound up doing more business than before, and we grew all through the recession. And so right now we're positioned better than ever to just do good during good times, and our plan is to do great, you know, if any other hard times come. But that's what we're working on at the corporate office, is positioning ourselves, you know, for your future. And so we appreciate, you know, all the love and respect you give us. You know, I just want to say thank you to all of our volunteers, the ambassadors. Those people right there, they have that heart to serve. And I'm telling you, the world's a better place because of people like them. So I love all our Reds. You had a lot of great red training this weekend. Of course, I love the blues. The reds and the blues want to run the wheels off. But we got our greens. The greens keep the wheels on. Go give a green a hug. And the yellows. Martin, you did a great job this weekend, my friend. I love the bridges. So I just love being a part of the audience. I love watching our leaders do what they're doing, our trainers do what they're doing, and they're masterful. And I just, don't you love being a part of an event like this? Okay, so once again, to wrap up, we went from 350 million to 700 million. Now, the plan is to go over $1 billion. Then 4 billion. And then 10 billion. Already mapped out. How are we going to be? How are we going to be? I think you could be powerful and humble at the same time, right? But right now, what I'm feeling and what we got to do and just celebrate along the way is, in a word from me to you, and hopefully all of us together, grateful. Amen.